Hey there everyone, this is Lifebreak. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 3. In this part we're going to finish up the 19th floor, get the last remaining shortcuts, and complete a quest, which would be this one, the Rock of Wages. Heard that there's a strange boulder in the labyrinth that heals wounds. It's just what I'm looking for. It's what I need to look good for my boss, and it gives you intelligence book. There's no reason not to accept it. Do you accept that quest? Really? It's extremely unpleasant. Your heart's as wide as deep as blue cheese? A traveling merchant made this request. Supposedly, there is a strange boulder in the labyrinth with healing powers. You know it? Yes, I do, but no, you don't. The client wants to give it to some prestigious family as a gift, but a kiss ass. So materialistic. Well, if you don't know anything about it, you'd better ask around. I'm counting on you. Go forth, adventurers. Now, where would a boulder be? I'll give you a hint. It's going to be in a clearing, because boulders are big. But I'll get to that when I get to the 19th floor. I'm going to see you guys in a bit. Alright, and we're back where we left off last time. Yeah, first thing we're going to want to do is that there's a lot of circles in this labyrinth. And there's only a few events out of all the dead ends. And even though there's not very much dead ends because it's connected to all these doors and such, there seem to only be like 3 events in the entire floor. So I'll tell you when they're up. I actually did a thorough practice run this time, so I know where everything is. Okay, this is up here is just a dead end, and there's no events or anything down it. Don't bother going all the way down it. And if you need to move up one bit just to map it, that's fine. But otherwise, I don't see any point in going up there. And you're gonna want to go on over this way, and we're gonna come up to another FOE that changes which direction it's going depending on whether it's day or night. I believe it's the same cycle for all of them. But I haven't completely memorized which one goes where. Hey, FOEs, which way are you going? Horizontal. So right now it's going horizontal, so we're going to have to take the longer vertical route, which is only slightly longer, but it will let us get to a certain spot actually a little faster than we need to, so it's all okay in the end. As in, so long as we don't run into it, of course. Got a Sickwood set. Let's focus on Sickwood itself. Skill, epic charge. You try to kill that, and you blind that. Do this. Yay, yay. I believe it just used the branch, which is a bind attack for the front row. I haven't seen it attack my back row yet, so I'm going to say it doesn't target the back row, but we'll see. That this will kill him off, and give us more writhing wood. It does have another item, and that scorpion also has another item. And they're not conditional items. They're just regular items, and it's just each enemy seems to have their rare item. There are only 3 enemies in this entire stratum that even have conditional drops, and that would be the rabbit hare, the pedaloid, and on the next floor, we're going to run into something called the Bolt Cat, and those are the only conditional itemed monsters on the stratum, making the stratum the least conditional drops you have to go through in order to move on to the next one. The hare is probably being the hardest one to achieve. Oh, this is just a big giant ring. Put the pillar in the middle, and we go up. Now, going up through this hallway, we're going to meet another teleporter gate. And we're also going to meet a set of familiar enemies, of which no new items came out of. Lifebreak level, that's another level for magic parry. Bam. Alright, up over here. And there's something in this little space down just south of us. We'll get to that later. I believe that's one of the location of one of the very few events on this floor. And quite frankly, this floor is just boring. It's really hard to say that, but the main reason is because of the lack of events. And while I was rewatching the last episode, I just finally remembered why I didn't really like this floor that much. It's not because of the annoyances and it having some of my least favorite enemies in the game. It's not really that as much as it is the fact that this floor is really boring and doesn't have very many events or quests associated with it. However, everything else about it, it's okay. That's the main problem, is that it's just okay. Just a okay, boring floor. Okay, now, here's this little circle starting here. We're gonna go up this northern half and meet the FOE on the other end, if you saw the FOE marker. And right now it's traveling horizontally. Now I'm going to spam horseplay until it moves vertically. So, pardon my French while I do this. The scattered rocks drew Vincent's attention, who thought they might be useful. An hour of investigating showed them to be mere rocks. Vincent resumed the trek. Changed it to nighttime. Now let's wait for the FOE to round back up here. This is, just as before, using horseplay just really makes getting to this event easier. And you know what, Set? Screw you. I'm just gonna escape. Just get up behind this FOE and go through. It doesn't really matter. All you have to really do to get through here is make sure it's nighttime. So if you want to, you can just have it to be nighttime when you enter the labyrinth and not have to waste horseplay a million times. But I didn't feel like going all the way back, so I just used horseplay. Farmers seem to love being a convenience class, not so much as a battle class, which is what I like about them. That's a lot of in. We got 10 grand. How nice. Thank you, game. I kinda needed it, because I was a little bit broke, but otherwise that's a little useless if you're really good about getting money, which I, of all people, am not. You know, you kill the mushrooms next turn. Everyone else will focus on the Death Scorpion. Thank you. Ow. The Death Scorpion is one of those monsters that has an additional drop. Think of it as like the Cilia crabs from the first stratum, and that they have a rare item that is a little harder to obtain than the others. Vincent will help this process by a tiny bit, but he won't make this a definite chance. Now, I'm gonna take a little break to let the dogs out. Alright, let's continue. Back over here. I'm gonna just sneak behind this FOE after it goes around for a little bit. And we're in a little bit of a loop right now, so once we get to the other side intersection, I'm gonna map the rest of the loop off screen. Because I really don't want to waste my time actually going through the loop. God forbid we do that. And, yeah, it's very simple. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, here's a new set. It's very familiar enemies, but everyone's the same. But when two of these lemurs come up, I make sure that Life Rake Bodyguard's there to make sure that her head doesn't get bound in her Ether Charge Binary Thunder attempt. Mina is going to go for the White Fox for the instant death, and Vincent's going to go for the White Fox for the blind. And Binary Thunder, and they're both down. Very easy set to deal with, not too big of a problem. I'm going to go down through this little corridor. It's a little fat in some ends for absolutely no reason other than it can be, so just reverse it regardless. And over here, of course I'm going to say that at the ankle of a. Okay, over here, we're not going to go. Yes, we are going to focus down here because this is where the way to the boulder. Over there is the way of progress, which we are not doing right now because there's a quest to get done. So go down here. This is a useless appendage. Yes, it's a useless dead end. There's nothing here. Why am I walking down it? Just cuz. It's something you should have in your subconscious after playing this game for so long. How the enemies work. Mina, you were working on Eagle Eye, yes. Yes, we have a max Eagle Eye, so that will make fights a little faster. Now, over, down, and around, there's a shortcut at the end of this, right here. I haven't been mapping, so pardon me. It does this. Alright. This shortcut will put you right here. In the nighttime, this is a totally safe shortcut. In the daytime, this is only a slightly dangerous shortcut. This shortcut doesn't really seem to do much. It gets you to the camp point, which I guess is fine, but there's a healing rock right here. So, it's kind of offset. So let's investigate. Large boulder stands in the center of a hall. Feeble-looking monsters lean on it. Other healthier monsters are watching over them protectively so they don't seem hostile. You remember the rumor you heard about the boulder with healing powers? If this is that boulder, it makes sense for wounded monsters to gather near it. However, if you crack the boulder in order to bring it back, the power may be lost. If you think the risk is worth it, you can crack the boulder, but you may be attacked. Sure. Approach the boulder, drawing your weapons in case the monsters attack you. The beasts watching over their wounded companions see danger and attack you. Oh dear. This is actually a really bad set to be fighting. Well. Okay. I'm gonna have everyone focus on one, and Mina focus on the other. We'll want to make sure we take at least the white foxes out as fast as possible before they do their combo attack, which is devastating. And they're both and both sets are doing the combo attack. Okay, I killed off one. And meet Heavenly Bolt. It hits many teammates and causes many deaths. Okay, there we go. Large piece collapses under your assault. Only the wounded monsters resting near the boulder remain. Remove the last thing that's standing between you and the boulder and finish the job. I believe these are weakened. No, these are just weak enemies that we've already seen. Between these battles, Triumphant Cry does activate, so Max Triumphant Cry does help, but it is not necessary, and both of these monsters are weak to Typhoon Bolt, so I'll use the Typhoon Bolt Electric Charge combo, kill the monkey as fast as possible. Oh, well, I guess I should have Life Rate Protection with Zera then. Making sure she's not taking it. Use the Typhoon Bolt Electric Charge combo, and if that's the case, we should not need to put up a regroup tactic, so let's focus on killing things. And hope... Okay, awesome, we made it through. It's actually... The first set of this fight was actually really hard. But okay. I guess I'd introduce their combo attack sometime. The beasts were wounded, posed little threat. Sensing no other monsters began, manageable size, after smashing it with a mining hammer, you succeed in taking a large chunk of the boulder. You can now return to the bar and complete the request. Now, if you run into this event before this quest, or after this quest, you will get a boulder event that heals you by leaning on it. Today, we'll want to not go through this gate. This gate will take us places, but there's actually nothing behind it other than a nice 2x3 room. And otherwise there's no events, so we're just gonna ignore it, because it's not the way we're supposed to be going. You know what, I'll show you where it teleports you to. And then I'll get back here. No. Wait, yeah, this is... I'm gonna go up here real fast. Because, yeah, this gate right here is supposed to be the way of progress. I'm so confuzzled. I'm gonna put these doors up and mark their arrows. And once again, there's nothing behind the last door but a 2x3 room. Should do this. And this should be the supposed way of... It is. Well, let's go up here and... Oh, I know why going down there is so important. It's to get the rest of that map down there done, and there's a thing down there. And here's an event that heals 100 HP. If you're interested in it, go ahead and go for it, but if you're using Monarch March, it's useless like everything else. So, moving on. Oh, this is the way to get to enable the shortcut to the next floor. Well, I guess we don't have any problem with that. So let's go be on our merry way. There is a treasure we're missing by doing this, I think. But I'll be sure to get all dead ends knocked out before the end of the episode. Alright, so Zera's a little low on TP. I think I have some Amritas on me. Yes, I do. There, now Zera will last a little longer. Yeah, this is the way to further into the maze, which is almost the same thing as the way of progress, but not quite. Okay, that leads up to a gather point. I believe that'd be the shot point just like the one we had before. And this leads to a mismatched area, which leads to this gate all the way back here that we haven't seen in such a long time. Hi, gate. How are you? And this is the way to the exit. Yeah, the exit's right there. But the shortcut's up... Yeah. We have to go... This shortcut is really out of the way compared to doing it the long way. And you wouldn't think that the shortcut would be all the way up here, but the shortcut is up here and to the left. Theoretically. Yeah, we just have to... No. We have to... Oh, now I remember what this is all about. This is the way you go during the night. Oh, yeah, well, that makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it? Then it does this right here. Alright, so that wasn't too important. But what's bugging me is... Oh, duh! There's a gate up here that goes up. No, it goes... Yeah, it goes up, because I've mismarked it. Go me! Alright, go through here, and you're gonna notice, yeah, you have straight access to the exit, but that's not really where we're heading right now. So do feel free to mark it and baze in its glory that you found it, but just note that you don't have to take the long way here each time. I'm gonna show you where the shortcut is in a little bit. Okay, to get to the major shortcut of this floor, you're going to want to go through this teleporter, which will take you into a 2x3 room, as usual. Nearby, another teleporter gate. This teleporter gate will take you right back where you just were, so don't worry about traversing backwards through it. In fact, going backwards through it is the way of progress. However, you cannot get to this place any other way, so it's kind of a flawed statement. I know. However, we will be able to get to this teleporter particularly very quickly after we unlock the shortcut that is just down here and around the corner. Being right... Alright, after that mess, it's right here. This is where the shortcut is. Up there is, I think, the final event of the floor. It should be. No, it's not a event at all. Just ignore that, that's a dead end. And this is the shortcut we were aiming for this episode, so I'm pretty much sure that we're gonna end this off after I color everything in and show you all the pre-map. Alright, I fixed this little area because I accidentally mismapped this little square when I was rewatching the episode, and I remembered to mark the hammer whoops. And I remembered to mark the Adel hammer, like where it was before. And that pretty much finishes off what we're doing here, so let's go turn in the quest and we'll be on our merry way. Alright, so the bistro, we're gonna report this in. I think it loses its healing powers if you crack the rock, I'm not sure. Well, welcome! We're able to get the requested armor. Is that part of the mysterious boulder? Oh, it's all warm in my hand. It calms me down, too. Are you thinking spirits are in it? Hello, spirits! Then again, that merchant is just gonna give this to his boss. What a wasting. But I can't judge. A request is a request. My emotions are no matter here. Good job. Here is a reward. A pleasure doing business with you. Intelligence book ×2. Believe if you leave the rock alone, you only get 1. And guess who's immediately getting these things? Intelligence book, intelligence book. And no, if you're thinking that I'm immediately just gonna hand these intelligence books to Zara, then you're thinking wrong. They're going straight to Gandra. The reason why Gandra's technique is getting boosted is because her Protect Order skill is based off it. So, the more she has, the better her Protect Order is, and the better off my team is. So that's why I think that's important. So hey guys, this has been Laughing, and as always, I thank you for watching. I'm gonna say bye now. Bye!